Welcome to Uncaged Zoo Tours. If you also love animals, please hit the like and subscribe buttons and the bell icon to get free walkthroughs of zoos. The wait is finally over. We're back at the Birmingham Zoo. Reptiles are one of the least featured species in zoo-related content. However, as reptiles are one of my favorite species, I want to devote an entire tour to the zoo's reptile collection. After entering the zoo's gates, the green roof of the reptile house is in view near the macaws. As the green-winged macaws are part of this unique exhibit, we'll begin with them. They have an open-air exhibit with multiple perches for the pair to relax. Macaws are my favorite bird. They weigh 2 to 3.5 pounds, which is heavy for a flying bird. They have a wingspan up to 50 inches. They are also very playful and happy. Their owners describe them as clowns or jokers. They are highly social creatures both in the wild and in captivity, which is why the zoo has a pair of macaws in the same exhibit. Now it's time to head inside. The first reptile you will see is a cave-dwelling rat snake from Southeast Asia. These snakes are known for climbing and are known to move along cave walls. Living with them is an Asian giant toad. Also from Southeast Asia is the Philippine Sailfin lizard. The crest on this lizard's back is known to help it swim, but it also regulates its body temperature and helps it do territorial displays. Our first desert dweller is the critically endangered Egyptian tortoise. They may be one of the world's smallest terrapins, but that doesn't protect them from habitat loss and the pet trade. Next up is a unique reptile known as the African Pancake Tortoise. These tortoises are known for their flat shell that looks like a pancake. Sounds delicious, right? From the rainforests of Indonesia is the red-tailed ratsnake. These snakes have wide, smooth scales that enable them to climb trees. Just like all snakes, they can smell with their forked tongues to make up for their lack of sight. It's time to meet the building's next desert dweller, the Chuckwalla. Even though they are harmless, they squeeze themselves into tight rocks to hide. And speaking of hiding under a log is a Holmes Hingeback tortoise. This little guy prefers to hide in the shade during the dry season, as you can see here. Our next reptile is the emerald tree boa from South America. These snakes are nocturnal ambush hunters that use their heat sensors to detect prey. We're back in the Indonesian rainforest as we meet the Prehensile-tailed Skink. Prehensile describes the reptile's tail, which can grab onto branches and trees. The closest thing I got from a certain blood python was through their signage. Next is our first venomous species, Krispy Kreme, the albino timber rattlesnake. Although rattlers avoid human contact, they only bite when provoked. When provoked, they use their keratin rattle as a warning before striking. It sounds like this. A rattlesnake's venom can cause eternal bleeding. But don't worry, most hospitals have anti-venom that can reverse the effects. From Australia is the blue-tongued skink. These lizards have blue tongues to trick predators into thinking that they are venomous. Next up is the Japanese pond turtle. This turtle is not only threatened with habitat loss, but is also known to hybridize with other box turtles. They are also known to be great pets. Next is one of the zoo's newest additions, Mad Max, the Komodo Dragon. When this lizard was first discovered, it was thought that they kill prey with a bacteria-filled bite. Recently, it was discovered that the Komodo Dragon has venom glands in between their teeth. If you are bitten by this lizard, you may experience blood loss, which may cause you to bleed to death. And learn about the Komodo's life cycle, other island life, other large animals, the world's other large lizards, and even the Komodo's food samples. From the southwest United States, the desert tortoise. These endangered tortoises can dig to escape the heat, and can defend themselves by urinating, which is pretty disgusting. Next to them is a rattlesnake's worst nightmare, an eastern indigo snake. Unlike most snakes, they're non-venomous, When threatened, they prefer to escape rather than attacking. When escaping isn't an option, they flatten their head, hiss, and vibrate their tail in dry leaves to keep predators away, which is an example of mimicry. Indigo snakes also feed on venomous snakes such as rattlesnakes. Despite their least concern status, they are threatened due to habitat loss and vehicle strikes. However, the zoo manages the snake under the species survival plan. Following that is the world's only semi-aquatic viper, the Cottonmouth. If you are bitten by this snake, you may experience tissue and muscle damage, leading to amputation in extreme cases, along with extreme pain and internal bleeding. From the southeastern United States is the Gopher Tortoise. Like their desert cousins, these tortoises can dig. And speaking of deserts, from the deserts of Baja, California is the Baja Ratsnake. They're not venomous, but their name comes from their rodent diet. Another turtle featured in this building is the Coahuilan Box Turtle. Although this turtle lives in the desert, it prefers to live in springs where water is found. Like the Japanese box turtle, this turtle is endangered due to habitat loss. Here's another venomous lizard, the Mexican beaded lizard. If you are bitten by this desert dweller, you may experience hypothermia, swelling, sweating, and again, internal bleeding. In the trees is a new Caledonian giant gecko. Geckos have large bulging eyes to help them see in the dark. To keep their night vision clean, they use their tongues to clean their eyes because they don't have eyelids. Our last 3 stops are from South America. First is an Amazon tree boa. If you want to keep this snake as a pet, you will have to pay $500 to $1,000. Despite being exotic pets, they are least concerned in the wild. Next is an army of yellow-banded poison dart frogs. Poison dart frogs use their bright colors to warn predators that they are poisonous. The brighter the frog, the more poisonous its skin is. They obtain these poisons by eating poisonous insects. To find the insects, the frogs have suction pads on their toes to help them climb trees. Without these insects, they are harmless. The last exhibit was once home to an anaconda, but is now home to something much smaller, a Caiman lizard. This lizard can eat turtles by raising their head, moving their prey to the back of their mouth, and using their back teeth to crush the shell. And that was the last reptile in this tour. From here, you can go back inside for round 2, or you can visit the rest of the Birmingham Zoo. Next time we're in the Birmingham Zoo, I'll be featuring the aviary and maybe some surprises along the way. I'm also looking forward to taking you to 2 new zoos in the next month or so, the Montgomery Zoo and the Nashville Zoo. More information about these tours will be coming soon. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, stay tuned, and thank you for watching.